So here's a new light from iFootage. It's SL1 60D. I don't know why they call it 60 when it actually has 70 watts. So I think it would have been better if they called it 70D. But besides the point, I thought it was 60 watt, but I read that it's 70 watt. I love how tiny this is. So 60 watt is perfect. That can be operated with battery. Anything more, it kind of becomes questionable because battery, it takes a lot of battery power to light up, you know, obviously, right? To light up a light that's strong enough. First off, it comes with of course, the cable that you plug in. And let's open this up. I love this casing right here, just the way it is. It's not gonna move around anywhere when you travel with this. So it does come with it's a baby Bowen mount. It's not your traditional Bowen. It's very tiny, but it has that Bowen look to it. That 3-notch right there that clamps on. So this dish will magnify the power of that light. So if you need more than a 70 watt power, then you turn this on and it becomes stronger. I use it during the daytime. Normally when I do interviews during the day, I still use a video light. I bring my subject into the shade and I use this silver dish to light up the person in the front where the shadow is. That's where I will light it. And it just then has a cinematic look to it, right? Because if you had your subject in the shade and then the background is sunny and then they're just kind of dark and the color is flat, you don't want that. You want that professional look by adding this light to your person during the day. And that's how the movies do it. The movies, they have massive lights during the day. They'll cover it up, give them a nice little shade, and then they would use massive lights like this to light up the subject, to control their light, instead relying on just the sun itself, which is too harsh. Bum, ba, da, bum. Look how tiny that is. It's tiny. It's small. It's like a little toy. Look how tiny that is. Now, I'll be honest, I wish that there was battery built into it. Then it would be amazing for something that tiny with that much power. But, you know, I'm pretty sure it'll take a lot more power. But the great thing about iFootage is that they also are prepared for that. They have this V-mount adapter that I love. I love this one because this doesn't exist anywhere else. I haven't seen it anywhere else. I've been looking for a power source that could light up my lights. It's difficult to find. It takes PD. They call it PD as in a power delivery that also kind of represents higher voltage delivery. There's plenty of external battery power, something small like this or even big ones, but a lot of them only deliver a 5 volt, good enough to charge your iPhone and things like that, right? But with this iFootage handle, oh man, this is my favorite handle. With this handle, you put a V-mount battery in front of it, and then you put your light on top of it, and now you have a handle. There's also a hole on the bottom, a mount, so you could still put it on a tripod so that it could be mobile. You don't have to plug it in. And this thing comes with a cable that plugs right into your light. I love this. I had my niece Evie hold on to this light and help me out and give me a professional looking scenery just with this tiny little light. Look how tiny that is. This V-mount grip is something that is worth getting if you're not gonna get anything else, because with this one, I used it with my other lights. So this gives you this little plug that goes into the back, and then this will light up your light, just like that. Boom. I love it. You can also additionally purchase this from iFootage where you could make this little baby Bowen mount into a regular Bowen mount. So now you could put a big softbox like that in here. On top of being able to plug in and power it that way, you can get a USB-C external battery. So far, only one exists in Amazon. There is a external battery bank handle. There's cheaper ones that can do that, but it's not enough power. It doesn't have the 12 volt, the higher voltage to light up your light, because this also has a USB-C plug that has the ability to plug in to light up your light. This power bank, for example, that could deliver USB-C and light this up. But then the problem is, you know, how do you mount it, right? So they do sell batteries on Amazon that can deliver that much power, but it's very difficult to mount it. You might just have to tape it around, you know, your pole, or just kind of MacGyver it, right? If you guys know what MacGyver is, then we're in the same age category. So this is bicolor. It has the ability to adjust not only the strength of your light, but on how cool and warm your light can be. It also has an app that you can use to control your light as well. So I love to use it during weddings when I could just leave it on and then use my app, turn it off. Yeah, yes, my baby. Oh my goodness. Okay, put this juice back, please. Okay. Okay, thank you, my baby. And then when it's time for cake cutting or dancing, I could easily just use my app to turn it on instead of having me bring down the light, turning it on, and then putting it back up, right? So that's very nice. Lights nowadays, they all have apps that can control light. So that's very convenient compared to when I first started, they were any lights that were, they didn't really have apps that control lights like 4 years ago or so, right? It was just on and off. So I would use this little 60 watt in situations like this, my studio light. I don't need a 120, 300 watt light to just blow this up. I have this regular 60 watt, 70 watt light. And even at that, I'm almost at like 25%. So it's, you don't need that much power for situations and scenes like this. All right, guys, so I'm gonna have the Amazon link below. And if you do buy from me, thank you so very much for your support. And just real quick, guys, I'm selling t-shirts, techapparels.com. Photographers, videographers, just thank you so much for your support. I'm just trying to make a living doing this, and that's one of the ways to do it. And please, go to cameratofreedom.com and give me your email address, so that way I could send you like more free tutorials on photography, video, drone, and things like that. So, you know, as I'm getting older, the best thing I can do is just share what I know to others, and hopefully you get a little something out of it. And that's amazing right there, just to share and spread the love. All right, guys, leave a comment, and I'll see you next time.